Hello, this is Kenny Belfato at SimTech. Here's our webpage, sim-tech, and today I'll show you the Solid-CIM software working from Solidworks. Got your assembly open. You've got your part names here in Solidworks. You've got some material specified. You could also do part properties and put in label information if you like. So we're going to pick up the name of the part, the material, and the depth of all the cuts and the counterbores and so forth. I do see a problem with the cutout over here. The way this dovetail is created is going to not give us perfect feature recognition, but everything else looks like it recognizes fine. We've got some Solid-CIM settings, things to ignore: smaller than a 4-inch cube, thicker than 2.5, thinner than 60 thousandths. This will generate drawings or DXFs or both with geometry on different layers. So a hole will be a circle and layer hole. And you can specify the layer names and the colors. It's just going to be this one button pick called Solid-CIM Connect. This will do the automatic feature recognition. Now the geometry we get back from the automatic feature recognition, you can edit that. So if we got 99% was perfect, you go in and edit the drawing and fix the piece that wasn't right. No problem at all to fix that. It just saves a lot of time on the features it does get. And it just generated a cut list for us. And it made a CSV file with the names of the parts right here. Those are the names, and it made this Excel spreadsheet. It's like an Excel spreadsheet that has the name of the part, the material, and the quantity. There's the name, there's the material, there's the quantity. So there's two of these, one of those. There's the panel dimensions right here. And if you had label fields, those would show up there. So it got that in one click. It made those individual drawings. It also can let you do some stuff here, like an exploded view. There's an expand command. Doesn't look that neat on this one. It just kind of expands those out. It also can do a lay flat, so it can lay the parts out flat. And there you can see what kind of feature recognition you got. And on this part here, you could see, I moved the solid out of the way. We did not get perfect feature rec on this. See, it made a bevel inside out of this piece, and it did not connect this to this. And I suspect it's because there's some compound edge here that it just couldn't figure out. So we didn't get perfect rec on that, but we did get perfect rec on the counterbores and the countersinks. Okay, so there's a countersink, and it has the depth and the hole all the way through. And it'll do that is put those geometries in there for you. It made the round over on this one. It put a layer called Profile Round. If we erase the solid, there you can see the round layer and the depth for that. And then there's all the countersinks and the counterbores on this one. Also, which side faces up is automatically determined over based on which side of the part had the most volume of material removed. So which side had the most volume removed, and that side faces up. You have settings for all of that as well. So in the Solid-CIM settings, let's see here, we could do, what do we want to do with the back side? So make a separate drawing for the back side. If not, we can do two-sided nesting. So let's close out of this, close these Solidworks out. And I could right-click on this, right-click, and cut with Router Sim Automation Suite. This will start up the automation, import that list, and cut and nest the parts. So there's default settings. It knows the columns in there. It knows which one is the part name, which one's the material, which one's the quantity. So it just imported that job here. If I don't have the material, I can add a new material. And I give it a thickness and the sheet size. And now it starts processing those parts for us automatically. It loads them up, makes the tool paths. Saves it for, I can make the single part program and the nested program. So I'll run this again with the two-sided nesting turned on, and you'll see you can put the sheet on the table upside down, do all the backside operations, and trim the edge of the sheet, flip the whole sheet over, and then do the front side operations. This one part was on a 1/2 inch material just called generic, and it does a scrap cut on those too. So the whole process finished. It made the programs for the single parts. It made the program for the nested sheets. Everything's right here. You got in your individual drawings with their toolpaths on them. And then you've got the single part programs. So it made 4 individual programs and then 1 nested sheet program. It's got the labels for all the parts as well. And if you put your part properties in Solidworks, you can have label information in those as well. So let me show you here. If we go to the Advanced Nesting tab and I turn on backside nesting, okay, in the Do It file, it has what to do with the front side and what to do with the back side. Okay, so here are the angles and the bevels and the profile. I did not have a knowledge associated with those, but you see it puts some counterbores and countersinks on the bottom. Okay, so those are all set. So now if we run the job again, we'll get two-sided nesting. We'll do all the front side and then all the back side. You put the sheet on the table upside down, it does the backside operations, then trims the edge of the sheet and flip it over, and it does the front side operations. So here's the mirror image, and it does the backside operations on the back sheet. You get 2 programs, one for the backside, one for the front side. Only that one material had the two-sided operations. So you'll see in the NC code files that pop up right here. Here's the pre-machining. That's the back side of the material. Then there's the front side. And then there's the 1/2 inch material by itself. So that's two-sided nesting. It's Solid-CIM in just a few clicks. Now I can go back and edit this drawing and make the changes needed to perfect that drawing as well. So I can look at the parts and we can make these changes to this part, whatever we have to do to fix it. Okay, you can see each one of the parts. Thank you for taking a look at the Solid-CIM software.